to go into all the palaces? You know, how did you gain access?
Do you know,
Secrets that you couldn't tell us that you might.
there's an Obama loo left. There's this sprout called the Obama loo, and it came in very handy when I was
So you did use the Obama loo.
I used
What did they have in the bathroom?
The myth about them having the tissue toilet paper, isn't it? They prefer that to the soft stuff. You heard about that?
Oh, what the
Palaces, which was your favourite and why?
very handy for the shops and massive.
But you're overlooked by mill.
Into their back garden, which obviously is massive.
Look, pal, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Yes, have inside it.
Use the Windsor. That's where the royal family consider Windsor to be their home.
Yeah.
That's
There's a lot of offices there.
All right.
And obviously,
Busier than the others, Windsor.
yeah, I'm not saying.
Did you make this programme before or after you chatted to Prince Philip? The same clothes at one point, didn't you?
Well, I thought you were wearing the same dress, so I thought, was it the same day?
Isn't it? I was just usual lack of time. I just went for the same.
No, it
dress.
was a very nice dress.
Well,
Very
the
nice.
second
Very nice dress.
episode of The Queen's Palaces is next Monday at 9 p.m. For a double dose of Fiona. If you can't, Six Roadshow on Sunday is at 8 p.m. on BBC One. If you can't wait till then, she's back on the news tonight.
Friday, but you can't really describe this week's offering as mouth-watering, can you, Jay?
You've got to love your onions, and the question the nation, we hope, is asking right now is, does anything stop you from crying when you chop your onions? We have chief choppers here from left to right, Philip, and we have Fiona. Jay, you're in charge. What are we...
We have different... You are actually when you're...
Leave this.
Excuse me, they were a Christmas present for my...
Actually stop the Fiona, we thought that would be hilarious. That it's meant to stop the fumes going by, cutting an... So, if Fiona puts a spoon in her mouth, the theory is it will keep the gas away from her eyes. I can't...
It's working.
Chris is mixing his with vinegar because that's meant to denature the enzyme.
Also,
which I think a lot of them are
Well, I
SIBO.
was chewing tears so far.
Are there no tears?
to be honest,
The
these
other
are onions, I've got to be honest.
They are.
Any tears coming on,
They're
Phil?
not
No, but maybe it's the spoon.
Phil, any tears for
The
you?
only one
Can you hear me?
that's crying with the goggles on.
Can I say there is rather good. It's like he's...
Sorry, Phil. Jay, go on.
Yes, Alex. Actually be possible to stop yourself crying when you're cutting them. And in the end, it's only a few tears. I think there ought to be...
Before we move on, you said something really interesting about tears earlier.
It's never happened before. What did I say that was interesting?
That there were two types of
Two
tears.
types of tears, you know
Yeah,
this?
did you know this,
Right.
Phil?
Sad tears are salty, and tears of joy are non-salty. Did you
Really?
know that? Yeah.
Really? No.
No, that
Honestly,
sounds like rubbish.
Test it. Honestly, I promise you, test it with your kids. Your kids are crocodile
Licking your
tearing.
children's tears.
Yeah, you not lick your children's
Yeah,
tears.
all right, I do.
All right, okay. No, you taste them and your own tears. Salty, sad, non-salty, joy.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Was that
another reason-
interesting on television?
It's all right. Another reason to cry. Summer's over, autumn's here.
Summer's
but
over,
you have
autumn-
got
Actually,
some
I really-
tasty treats.
I love autumn because it means you can start make up for you having to do that with onions, put a spoon in your mouth, have a bit of stew. We've got some lamb. He's putting lumps of meat in liquor, cooking it for a long time. It's also with chestnuts.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's the chestnut season. I saw you got quite a... they are not the same as
Lovely, isn't
conkers.
No.
We have conkers. Conkers are not, as you would pretty quickly do.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, the big thing of autumn. I love these.
What do you think?
Great.
Good, isn't it? You like it?
Yeah. Come here,
Coming
come
back.
on in, have something to eat.
All right, the late, great Freddie Mercury would have been 65.
You may or you may not think you know the story of Freddie's life, but in a moment we'll be speaking to the people who definitely do, namely his mum and his sister.
But first, let's see what happened when Ruth Goodman took them back to visit the place where Freddie's dreams started.
Is it so important to you then that we made that film?
To show people more stuff. You've brought some stuff with you this evening, haven't you?
Yes.
What's
Yes.
this here?
Now, this is, as you know,
If he couldn't help himself.
As a little boy then, Joe.
he was very anxious to show as
We have got some bits
Yeah, we
here,
have,
actually, haven't we, of him applying for some other jobs.
Yeah, as
some
a
letters
designer.
he's
So what
actually
was he
wrote.
sort of heading to? Art designer? What was it? Because
Well,
these was
he's-
letters of application.
with graphic and design. But after a while, he changed over for fashion and designing. That's what he...
The studio. We've got two coats that he did actually.
I did.
So, Joe, was he, you know, in his famously crazy days, he was, you know, he was the life and party of the show, both on the stage and off the stage. Very thoughtful man. But how crazy did it get being his mum, or did it not get crazy at all?
And the clothes. You know, eventually, would you like to see a museum full of this stuff?
I met you both last week. Great to have you in tonight. Last night, our brand new one-show dog man, Jordan.
Terrifying. Time now for When Jordan Met Roxy, Part 2. Well, Jordan, Samantha and little Roxy are here. And
It can't be Samantha, is it? Is that...
It is the same dog.
Honestly, under oath, would you...
Not normally the dog, it's normally the owner.
It's the most laid dog...
out there might argue that some of your techniques might have been a little aggressive. What would
That finding a balance between the two is really important.
Now, famously in America, there's the dog whisperer, Cesar Millan. Yeah. Is he watching his shows?
And I couldn't quite explain them to myself.
just realise that you had this talent?
But after a while, I kind of got comfortable and I watched people.
Five.
No, I can't.
Maybe somebody else could help you with that.
Yeah.
You've got a dog, but you've got a cat.
She's trying
Missing
to
me.
find you.
And she went up from all the crew. Which was
Programme, you remember? We had the
Cats.
we had the cat agility thing.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Okay, that was interesting because the owners basically put them down and they ran off probably to Mallorca.
They are. They're just independent.
Just Jordan.
I'm up for lots of challenges.
Alex barks at other
Ah.
female presenters.
Oh, right. I'm not a woman trainer, just dogs. So.
You, Jordan?
No, I've never tried. Not yet.
By the way, everyone.
Yeah, we did. If you have got a problem dog, well, get in touch with us at the usual address. Email's there for you at the bottom of the screen.
Thanks very much, Jordan. Back next Thursday, as he said.
These things have arrived a bit early this year, have they? Come on.
Yeah, these are the conkers here. OK, Al's very good at this. You're a natural at this, aren't you?
Well,
Never
I'm
played
okay.
conkers before. Watch this.
Here we go.
Watch. Brilliant.
Oh.
Go on.
Under pressure
Go
now.
on. And one more.
Okay.
Ah, sorry, go on.
Oh,
There you go.
there you are.
Should be much better on Strictly. OK, now, they're under threat, though. From
Not
these
looking good so far. Anyway,
case, conker tree orchards.
population,
Yeah.
as Lucy Siegel found out. Now, if there's a sickly conker tree near you, send in your photos to the boffins that are mapping horse chestnut trees. Details all on the website.
And later on, we'll be celebrating the conker... Warming up.
There
Pretty
we are.
good.
Were you competitive as a conker player, Phil?
Yeah, well, you don't do that. You know
You're
why?
not allowed to do that now.
No, it's not about you're not allowed to do that. Without actually, I can't say because it's stealing one of the world champions' tips. There's a reason of winning your next conker match.
Yeah.
Is it all about the maturity of the
Yeah.
She knows.
I used to dip them in.
Definitely not
No,
allowed.
that's like a cyclist taking drugs. It's not
Yeah.
allowed anymore.
Because it hardens.
Old Cummington.
Yeah.
As serious.
Yeah, since ashes to ashes, I'm going to have a year to reflect. So, what was cooler, the 1970s or the 1980s?
I suppose because I was much younger.
Eponymously named after David Bowie songs, of
Yeah.
course. Now that's serious. Was it the titling of the series that meant you couldn't do a 30s? Modern
what
Love,
about-
80s.
No,
Just telling it like it is.
In tin.
Yeah.
But you got, well, apart from one, you're going to love this.
Oh
Let's have a look.
gosh.
How did you do that without laughing?
This is my life.
Is this my job? Horns, oi, oi. So used to flap.
I like flashing.
You're somewhat attracted to Phil, aren't you?
There you go.
We're the filling in her sandwich that day.
It was.
I've never seen
Oh, I picked the
70s
trunks.
wallpaper pattern trunks before.
Well, I actually.
Loving wearing those trunks.
Well, what was great was then seeing it was
to clear that.
Well, we didn't know if it belonged to the Bond people, or whether it was Hayne, his name was director, fabulous, marvellous man, and he
Have a word with your dad.
straight on the phone, and it was like cut laughing.
Brilliant.
All right, thanks so much, Phil. Now, everyone's talking about sell-by dates over the past couple of days.
Yes, and our bugman George McGavin has been doing an experiment about what happens to our food when it's way, way, way past its sell-by date.
This report is not just about food. It's about rotting food.
Beautiful.
George, that was a brilliant film, but how smelly was the laboratory there?
Week 4, this man over the back seat and said, "You'd better use this, pal, because it
Going off in the fridge. That's
Yeah.
terrible, but you had it all going off, literally.
was bearable." Yeah.
Okay, well, you're looking nice and fresh tonight.
Oh, it's a hot topic, and absolutely.
Our friends, they're so annoying, but there are friends. You said there, think about that next time you swat a fly.
Flies and bacteria and fungal engineering that clean up all the carcasses.
Love your flies, but of course, bad bacteria. David Williams has so far raised £1,296,153 by filming the Thames. But of course, famously, he got Thames tummy. We can have a look at this here now.
Yeah.
He and Kat's.
Yeah,
Well
that
done,
one,
Oxford.
actually.
It's not. It has a few things in it that we... Further down by Tower Bridge,
Yeah.
harking back to 1858 when the Great Stink
Yeah.
caused the Victorians.
Any day.
Yeah.
According to the guidelines that the British Triathlon Association used, it contained the water up to 62 times the recommended levels of E. coli and up to 82 times the acceptable level of the bacteria found when farm waste enters the water.
Oh, that is pretty dirty, George, isn't it? I mean,
Oh, is that the right one?
hard. By the way, David did finish the swim on Monday, and you can still donate. I mean, he deserved every penny. Details are on our website at the bottom of the
All
screen
right,
there.
thank you so much. And if George has convinced you to love we'll feature in a full-length programme on Boosie 4 later this year. Don't miss George's Rock Box.
Yes. Now, earlier we heard about the threat to horse chestnut trees and the potential demise of the glorious conker.
Yes, but that won't stop the organisers of the World Conker Championships just yet from holding their yearly event in Northampton next month. We have champ, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What category are you the champion?
The junior world champion.
All right, who did you beat?
I beat Louis here.
Oh, no, Louis, how did that feel?
It was okay.
Well, get your own back now. Go on, have a go. OK. And you sit on the committee, don't you, David?
Yes, it's on the committee. Shenanigans that goes on during the day.
And you are festooned, my friend.
King Conqueror is the word they call me.
King Conquer. Well, we're very honoured and proud to have King Conquer with us. Alex?
Well, we have another king of conkers here. Richard, you are a conquer empire, is that right?
That's right, yes.
OK, give us your top 3 tips to successful conquer.
When they've fallen to the ground,
Yeah.
don't knock them out the trees. They're better conkers that
Okay.
way. Always try and use the outside of the conker and hit the inside near the lace of the opponent's
Which
conker.
is the softer.
The softer. Beat like a hammer. Hit hard, strike hard.
Strike out. And no vinegar.
No.
And you here, ladies, we have Sue and Georgie. Now then, Georgie, you are a worldwide, well, runner-up, but you've competed in the worldwide championships.
Yes.
OK, how did you do? What's your ranking?
I'm second at
Oh.
the moment in the world.
OK, and when did you start playing conkers?
Me, 24 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
You're a mean conker player
Yes,
then?
definitely.
You're
Yes.
world champion 2009,
yes,
aren't you?
2009, yes.
OK, and will you compete again?
Of course.
Of course they will. OK.
I've got to say, Fiona and Phil are having the politest game of Conquer, Phil.
Cheers.
Oh, rubbish. He nearly smashed the Conquer.
I know.
Oh,
Look, everyone at the World Conquer Championships on the 9th of October. We'll leave them to it. Looks like it's going to be a long game, long, polite game over there.
yeah. Now, Fiona's Queen's Palaces is on Monday, 9 p.m. She's at Windsor on BBC One. Thanks, Philip, of course. The fantastic Hidden starts on BBC One next month and goes on for 4 weeks.
All right, and Alex will be back next week on this programme with Stephen Fry, Richard Wilson, Des O'Connor, Kevin McLeod. Have a great weekend. Goodbye from the
great
One
weekend.
Show.
Bye.